Underwater caves look stunning from the outside, but inside, they become some of the most dangerous places a human can enter. These caves hide long tunnels, sharp turns, and deep drops where even experienced divers can get lost in seconds. One mistake with direction or oxygen can turn a beautiful dive into a deadly trap. Many divers went in with full confidence, strong training, and the best equipment, but still never made it back to the surface. In this video, we explore the underwater caves that have claimed lives, confused experts, and remain partly unexplored even today. These places remind us that nature always has mysteries far more powerful than human skill. Bushman's Hole. Bushman's Hole in South Africa is one of the deepest freshwater caves ever explored, dropping more than 280 meters straight down. The water gets darker, colder, and more dangerous the deeper you go, making it hard for divers to judge distance and direction. Visibility often disappears completely, and divers suddenly find themselves surrounded by pitch-black water. Pressure increases so quickly that even the smallest equipment failure can become deadly. Many sections of the cave narrow sharply, trapping divers who don't realize they're entering a risky zone. Several divers have lost their lives here, and some bodies were never recovered because rescuers could not reach the extreme depths. This cave remains one of the most feared dive spots on the planet. Zacaton. Zacaton in Mexico is a giant water-filled sinkhole famous for its vertical shape and incredible depth, believed to be over 1,000 feet. From the surface, it looks calm and peaceful, but the deeper you go, the more dangerous it becomes. The water becomes thick and cloudy, making it almost impossible to see even a few inches ahead. Divers can feel sudden drops under their feet as the ground disappears into unexplored darkness. Strong underwater currents can pull divers downward or sideways without warning. Even robotic probes sent by scientists have malfunctioned or disappeared inside this massive pit. Many experts believe Zacaton has passages and chambers no human will ever reach safely, making it one of the deadliest underwater caves in the world. Ben McDaniel. The disappearance of Ben McDaniel in Vortex Spring, Florida, is one of the most talked about underwater mysteries ever recorded. Ben entered the cave for what seemed like a normal dive, but was never seen again. Despite days of intense searching by top cave divers, no sign of his body or equipment was found inside the accessible passages. This led many to believe he entered extremely narrow, restricted tunnels that even professionals avoid. The cave has tight squeezes that instantly fill with silt, making divers completely blind when they disturb the ground. Some believe Ben got stuck in one of these dark tunnels, unable to turn around or escape. His case shocked the diving community and turned Vortex Spring into a symbol of how quickly underwater caves can trap even the most prepared divers. Judun Cave. Judun Cave in China is known for its beautiful underwater formations. But beneath the beauty lies extreme danger. The cave has sudden twists and vertical drops that are easy to miss until it's too late. Visibility can change instantly from clear water to complete darkness when silt is disturbed. Divers often become confused because the passages look similar, making it easy to swim in circles without realizing it. The deeper areas have tight spaces where only one diver can pass at a time, increasing the risk of getting stuck. Attempting to turn around is almost impossible in some sections. Several divers entered Judun Cave for exploration, but never returned, leaving much of the system uncharted and extremely risky. Phantom Springs. Phantom Springs in Texas is one of the deepest underwater caves in America, with passages stretching far underwater through rocky, twisting tunnels. Although the entrance looks harmless, the inside becomes a maze of confusing corridors. Silt clouds form instantly if a diver brushes against the ground, turning visibility to zero. Strong currents push divers into tight corners where they can't maneuver properly. The water pressure increases quickly, making it dangerous to descend too deep without advanced equipment. Many divers have attempted to map the deeper sections, but were forced to turn back because of the extreme conditions. Some never made it out, and rescue missions were stopped because of the enormous risks. Large portions of Phantom Springs remain unexplored even today. The shaft. The shaft in Australia is a narrow limestone hole that opens into huge underwater rooms. But getting to those rooms is extremely risky. Divers must squeeze through a long, tight, vertical tunnel before reaching the larger chamber below. This means that if anything goes wrong, escaping back up becomes slow and very difficult. The tunnel's shape causes divers to become disoriented easily, especially when lights bounce off the white limestone walls. The water clarity also changes suddenly, creating blinding whiteouts where divers lose track of their route. Several accidents occurred because divers pushed deeper without realizing how fast their oxygen was dropping. The shaft has a long history of fatal dives and remains one of the scariest cave systems in Australia. Buford Springs. Buford Springs in Florida may look simple from above, but its underwater cave system is extremely complex. The entrance leads quickly into tight, winding tunnels that slope downward sharply. These tunnels are so narrow that divers must move slowly and carefully to avoid getting wedged between rocks. Even a light kick can stir up silt, turning the water into thick mud and trapping divers in complete darkness. Deeper in the cave, the pathways split into several confusing turns, making it easy to take a wrong direction. Many divers have gone missing after getting lost in these confusing networks. Search teams have risked their lives trying to find them, but were unable to reach the far sections of the cave. Buford Springs remains dangerous and is now restricted to only the most experienced cave divers. Sistema Sac Actun. Sistema Sac Actun in Mexico is one of the longest underwater cave networks in the entire world, stretching for hundreds of miles. Because of its massive size, even expert divers can quickly lose their sense of direction. Some sections are wide and open, while others shrink into narrow crawl spaces where divers must squeeze through with difficulty. The cave is full of sharp turns that lead into pitch-black tunnels, and disturbing the bottom creates silt clouds that block visibility instantly. Running out of oxygen is a constant risk because returning to the entrance can take much longer than expected. Several divers who tried to push deeper into Sac Actun never returned, and many passages remain completely unexplored due to the extreme danger. This cave system is breathtaking, but also one of the most unforgiving places beneath the earth. Blue Hole. The Blue Hole in Dahab, Egypt, is probably the most famous dangerous dive site in the world, often called the Diver's Cemetery. Its deadly section, known as the Arch, is a deep underwater tunnel that appears closer than it really is. Divers often underestimate the depth, reaching the arch when their oxygen is already running low. The deeper they go, the harder it becomes to think clearly because of nitrogen narcosis, which affects the brain at extreme depths. Many divers have become confused, swam in the wrong direction, and ran out of air while trying to find the exit. Strong currents inside the Blue Hole can also pull divers into deeper waters unexpectedly. The site has claimed dozens of lives, making it one of the most feared underwater caves ever explored.